My dear fellow souls that are incarnating with me on planet Earth circa 2020. I don't know how else to call us all, but we are here on Earth School. We are awesome because this planet is freaking difficult, challenging experience. Apologize for the yellow light, but universe decided today's yellow light. I'm not very good at editing, but I want to share incredible insights, billion-dollar worth of information that I have got from my LBL and PLR, past life regression and life between lives regression, 9 hours, amazing, incredible experience with terrific hypnotherapist from Monoco JANNA, and she has been trained in Michael Newton Institute, Dolores Institute. For some of you who are experts, you know how incredible those trainings are. Michael Newton is a renowned author who fell into regression between lives accidentally, and then did about 7,000 of them and wrote some incredible books and then created an institute. And if you're experiencing challenges like many of us in these very difficult times, I highly recommend to study, prepare, and when your soul is ready, you will be able, the gate will open, you will be able to attract the right specialist for you and to be able to get through to that council of elders in the pre-existence in the spirit world, whichever religion you are, because it's all universal, and Michael Newton's 7,000 of recorded hypnotic sessions prove it. That doesn't matter your religion, doesn't matter your background, still in Earth School, there's still a spirit world, there's still a pre-existence, and once you're in hypnosis, once you're in a deep state, you are going to see that spirit council. You are going to see those spirit guides or guide, or whichever souls of importance you need to see. So that was an amazing experience, and this is not scripted, but I'm always talking from my heart. When I cook from my heart. When I talk from my heart. So this conversation is hopefully will touch yours, will touch your heart, and you will know it is true. And hopefully this will change your life or the life of your loved ones. So this is Anastasia from my isolation, from my 12 years of isolation on this planet, and I am right now in the beautiful Cannes, France. Bonjour, ça va? So, my dear friends, two parts to this process in Michael Newton methodology. One is your PLR, your previous life regression. It goes about 3 hours, and then a week later or so you can do your life between life regression. So my first previous life regression, was pretty good. You of course have to fight with your mind, trying to put it to sleep, and then really focus and use your meditation skills to visualize and see things that the universe is showing you, that your spirit guide is showing you. What did I see? So everybody has many lives. Some on this planet, some on others. I have asked to be shown a life of most significance to me right now, because there's no point of just looking at million lives at no reason. And very interestingly, I found myself seeing a beautiful young woman on a horse and very particular outfit, like joggers, those riding pants and boots and green and red outfit, kind of in a Rombo style, with a hat, really cool outfit, and some 19th century setting, and a beautiful estate, beautiful yellow, mansion estate in the park on a horse, with a beautiful red hair and gorgeous eyes, and about 18, full of life, full of energy, and off I, charged on a horse. with racing young men nearby, and the therapist, of course, is asking question. What are they calling you? What language you speak? What are you wearing? What's outside? What's inside? It's very helpful. And of course, I'm like, is this real? Am I making it up? Did I see it in a movie? But okay, he was speaking French to me. My mom was calling me ma chérie, French. But I figured, okay, maybe Russia. People speak French in Russia, 19th century. And so it was that scene, and then I saw that I was racing with a younger kid, maybe my brother, and the horse, threw him off. He died. He hit his, head to the point of bleeding, and I guess that killed him. Because the concussion was too strong. I really blamed myself for it. A lot of different things transpired, and then we went to the exit scene where I was leaving. Now I was, I've seen different interiors. I've seen myself wearing, beautiful A-line blue silk gown, dress, just kind of like exclamation point shape. Having a conversation with a young man breaking up with me. And I was like pregnant and not married, not very good thing, which kind of spoiled my life, and I didn't enjoy it. I was supposed to learn how to have fun and overcome issues and practice forgiveness of myself and others, and I just experienced a lot of guilt for that young man who was racing with me and died. I think it was maybe my brother or family member. And then getting pregnant, and which is big deal in that time when you're not married. So young men leaving me, and then so the death scene, I'm there with my son asking me not to die, and a man, which I thought was husband at that point because it's later alive, who I recognize somebody from this life, with just neutral connection to me, and I'm just happy to die, and I'm just saying goodbye and leaving, and then just kind of seeing that room and going up and up in the sky as a soul. And then when I'm having that review and talking to my guide, with my therapist walking through the questions and asking how I did, and who was that person, who played the role of that person by my bed, and how I feel. And then I'm having those meetings with the souls, trying to make sure that my son was okay without me, and asking for forgiveness for leaving him. And then I see this man, and I realize it's that villain, that evil guy that I have experienced very much in this life. And in this life I'm still here. And that life, he poisoned me. That's why I died. He married me for money. I was from a rich family, from aristocratic rich family in France, and he married me for money, and then he poisoned me, and then he married his girlfriend. So luckily my son was still able to get the financial support, but it just still was very hard on me. And we keep working to understand what was the lesson from this. And we finally, my guide and the council tell me that the lesson from this was not to be a victim. Me being a victim and choosing, to carry the burden of responsibility for something I wasn't even responsible for, that gave an opening, that gave an invitation to a person like my ex-husband in that previous life to take advantage, to marry me for money, and then to poison me, to take over the estate, the assets, the money, and then move on with his girlfriend. So that was very interesting. That was a very important lesson that I guess I need to learn in this life. And this is why the guides chose to show me that particular life, so that I can learn not to be a victim in this one, and hopefully this time around the things will end better for me and for my children. So, I didn't know it was France. I was thinking it's Russia. And then after the regression, After our experience, I went online to search for that outfit to see if it was like maybe a Russian riding outfit for women in 19th century or something. And interestingly, women did not wear pants at that time. They were wearing dresses and sitting on a horse sideways with legs on the side. So I was very advanced for my time. No wonder I was just riding at home in an enclosed park, nothing outside, because the public opinion would have hurt me. But the outfit was the exact match to the point, to the design, in the red and green in shapes, in the shade of green and red, for the horse regiment of Napoleon times between 1805 and 1815. It was Guisards or something, I can't remember the name, but it was exact regimen for the horse military that for that time. So we know specific years that I lived in that life. And then, okay, and like, what was the fashion? So was my A-line blue silk gown dress matching? And I look it up, and at that time, and fashion was changing all the time. They had either big corsets or flatline dresses or fluffy dresses. It was always changing fabric. So by like 1819, French ladies no longer wanted those A-line silk dresses. They were shipping them to their cousins in America. Sorry, Americans, you're always behind on fashion. Even now, you have last year designer styles, last year collection in your stores. So I look up the dress, and it's exactly from it down, that blue silk A-line, exclamation point, reverse exclamation point dress. I'm like, oh, wow. So that makes sense. And then me speaking French, that makes sense too. Napoleon France. So everything matched. I had a great experience, and the insight I got is incredible, because I'm dealing with the same person, same villain in this life, and now I know how it ended that last time. He definitely took advantage of me. He definitely killed me in the previous life. Took advantage of my money, of my family money, took advantage of my children, and it was all because I allowed myself to be that victim, to feel the victim of circumstance or other people, and that helped me. So I'm definitely cleansing off any residue of any victim mentality, if there is any exist in me. But this has really helped me to understand that lesson. So it was really, really cool. What else? So the guide was cool. Oh, my guide, my spirit guide is so awesome. Ozzy Osbourne, if you're watching this, you have a guide in the spirit world that looks like you, and he's my guide. And by the way, guys, remember that the soul always stays in the spirit world and only sends so much of its energy to be in the body. So me, for example, I'm pretty sure a lot of my soul is right now in the spirit world, and also doing a job as a spirit guide and as a teacher to other people. So if somebody has a spirit guide that looks like me, I am not surprised, okay? And if you tell me what I'm teaching you, I can tell you if it's me or not. But my soul is doing a teaching job right now. And so my guide looks like Ozzy Osbourne, just like a little older, and he's a little rounder, and like black hair, little curls, and he just has this great like attitude. And just saying, it wasn't me, I didn't pick those challenges. Sorry. But he has great insights, and he's very welcoming and supportive. And now I just got assigned the second guide. He's really awesome, has this medieval armor. His name is Sven. He's blonde, like cool Viking, like a Swede. Swede. But his nickname is Terminator, so it's like Sven the Terminator. So don't mess with me, guys, because I got Sven the Terminator to defend me against all evil efforts. So forces of evil, take note and stay away. We don't need your presence here. I am the worker of light. I only bring love and light on this planet. So I know you guys want me, but not happening. No matter what challenges you bring to me, you're not recruiting me. Stay away. work on somebody else. The work of the evil is important, and sometimes we need contrast. So I respect them for what they do, but at this point I've suffered enough. I already been through too much. I've overcame everything I need. I got my lessons. I'm done. So I can devote the rest of my life to teaching and love and positivity and raising vibrations on this planet. So make sure you subscribe and share your opinions, share your emotions, share your feelings. I definitely recommend Regression. It really helps. As a part of it, if you are invited to, you can get cleansing and you can get healing. I was very fortunate as soon as I came back after that live to the spirit realm and met my guide. I was invited to go for the cleansing because we suffer so much and have all this negativity and residue from the planet and blocks of energy. I was invited to space. It looked like hammam area to me. If anybody ever goes to this awesome sauna, you know, in the Eastern style where you have this kind of marble benches around made out of rock, and then this kind of pedestal and a lot of steam, and you can just lay down and it can beat you up with those branches, which is a great tradition in Russia to cleanse the energy. So I was on a pedestal and the place looked like hammam with some lighting, and there was specialized spirits that were cleansing me, and they were using like the hoses of energy, very light energy, to cleanse my energy body. There were like black spots. They look like black spots of blockages and accumulations, stuff that I picked up in a very difficult life, and they were hosing it off and cleansing and recharging me. It was like 3 or 4 people working on me for a while, so that has helped me a lot in this realm. Somehow it translates to this realm. I also got even more synchronicities when I came back. I think I'm very attuned. Like sometimes my phone is on airplane mode and I'm like asleep. Sometimes I go to bed like at 8 p.m. you know, because of my conditions, and I go to bed and then I would get this message. You have this text message and the person really needs a response right now. And I'm like, no, I want to sleep. I want to rest and recover my body and wake up in the morning. And then it's repeated message. No, you have a text message. Please respond. I'm like, okay. You know, I put my phone up and yes, there is a message from Arlette. You know, really wonderful French lady that helped me with some of this natural therapy and healing. And she says, you know, Anastasia, do we have this appointment? You know, should I come over? Should I not come over? So when I see her say Arlette, you know, you didn't have to text me. You could have just sent direct message because I got it. I don't even need the phone to know that I have a message. So I turn the phone, I respond to her, turn it off, go back to sleep. So that's a lot of things like this, and I'm sure as you are getting more and more experienced and advanced in this life, you get more and more synchronicities like me. And as a reminder, COVID is a wonderful, wonderful alternative to World War III, okay? So if you're suffering, think you're suffering less than if everything was blown up, okay? So, and then COVID also came with wonderful tools, such as isolation. In my previous video, I explained why isolation is so important for your advancement and why advanced souls usually not married, single, and hermits live by themselves. All those, you know, Indira Gandhis and remember all those wonderful activists that actually go through prisons and go by themselves. It's just a part of our development, guys, and don't need to have a, you know, hand holding when we grow older. It's wonderful. I would love to have some hand holding, but then I would have to come back and come back and come back. And I'm pretty sure this is my very last incarnation. That's at least what I was told. I'm done, gold medal, you know, don't need anything else. Surprising to me because very surprising to me because I don't regard myself as some high, you know, super super advanced spirit, but I guess I have had so many lessons already and been through so much in my previous lives and in this life that I guess there's no need for me to keep doing this. I could just focus on my teaching career in the spirit world and be, you know, guide, a mentor, and a teacher to other wonderful souls. And I hope that this message is recharging you and your soul, and you can feel it with your heart because it comes from mine. With love, confidence and faith, and everything will be okay. Tout ira bien.